Hey friends, Tux here. I wanted to do a little update and a Q&A for the Capsu Music Player. I did an unboxing of this particular DAP back a few weeks ago in the queue. If you go back to my queue, you can see the original video. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with this for being a smaller, not as expensive player. It has a lot of positive sides, which I really want to stress. Like, after using this for several weeks now, I really love this knob. This is one of the finest knobs. This really feels like a Japanese style knob, a very good quality turn knob for the menu system. It is a little confusing because sometimes I want to hit it thinking it's volume is the only thing, is probably the only negative. Of course, volume is on the side over here. There's plus and minus, so it is very easy to operate. And I do like the fact that when you have this player, and I've complained about other brands about this, if you're in your car, okay, and you're trying to like go up or down, and if you want the screen to face you as you're pressing buttons, some music players, instead of having the buttons on top like this, so you can see the screen and press buttons, it's more like this, where you're seeing the backside. And I find that really irritating, and I'm really happy that Capsu actually got that right, where they actually have the buttons on the right-hand side, so as you're driving, you can have the screen facing you, and you can hit those buttons. So it makes it really convenient. The interface itself is excellent. I love all the information on it. It definitely feels like a higher quality music player, the way it displays so much information on this teeny screen. At times, I wish the screen was a little bit larger, but I would say for the price point, it has a lot of great information and definitely rivals other brands in this price point and size, so very, very cool. The actual device itself, it feels really good quality, so even after using it for a while, it's not scratched up or anything too weird. It has a nice metal feel, feels very heavy, very expensive, which is really great. The controls on the front are very good. It does go to screensaver a little bit quickly, but that probably is something you can adjust on your own if you choose to. I've been leaving it like the default setting for screensaver just to keep battery life good. I haven't noticed any problems with battery life using this as I normally would. I charge these at night in a bulk charger, link down below. Okay, I have multiple adapts I use on a regular basis, and this one has held its charge, and I've had no problem where you take it out at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day, like, I still have charge. It lasts a good long time, so I'm really pleased about that. And the sound quality, again, is excellent. Now, I did have some questions come in, so let me go ahead and take a look at the Q&A, and here's what you guys were asking. Okay, looking at the questions from you guys, the first question I want to cover, and I do really read your comments, by the way, too. Some people are like, oh, people don't read comments. I really do, and I respond to many of them. But one question going back a little ways, they're asking about the firmware, and I did look into this, like, how can I update the firmware? Now, as with most players, the firmware would be under settings, and once you hit settings, there's a bunch of different options here for you, and you can use a little dial to control the menu. And looking at the settings, there's save, sleep timer, power off, display settings, which of course I might as well show you real quick. That one is the one where you can change the timers. Okay, so if you want to change the screensaver, the brightness, that type of thing, you can actually change everything in there. Backlight timer, you can do that. Like, I'm gonna click always on, actually. It was 30 seconds. And then brightness, if you want to change the brightness, you can change that. And we'll go all the way bright here. You can go down or up. Let's see, there's all the way up. And that's probably brighter than it needs to be, quite honestly, but we can go with that. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do back. Oh, there we go, back. Okay, so then down, day and time settings, language, password settings, system info. And you think this would be the one too, and there's information here, but it doesn't, well, it does say upgrade. I wonder if upgrade is the actual update. No files found. That's interesting. A lot of MP3 players do have a way of actually updating the firmware, and you can see here is software version. That even leads me to believe more that this is a correct one. It does say 3.25.24 version 2, okay, but it doesn't really give information if there is a update for this particular device. I'm gonna have to look further into this one, because maybe it looks like from the system settings, it looks like there is no update available. Now, if it's connected to Wi-Fi, in your household, I would think that a lot of other players, it would actually just update or give you a message saying, hey, firmware update available, but at least as of right now, it looks like there is not a available update. And mine, just FYI, is running off of this 3.25.24, which really isn't that old for being like a, Chinese under $100 player. So I feel pretty confident this is the newest firmware, but let me look further into that one. Now, in two somewhat related questions about music playback, I'm going to handle these together. One of them here mentions I'm having problems selecting and confirming the shuffle feature. I get a screen to select, but it doesn't confirm. That's interesting. And maybe he's thinking about A, B. And then down here, there's another song-related question saying, does it sort songs by track order or alphabetical order? Now, when you're in music, okay, so right now we have it on the music feature here, okay, and if we go ahead and go into that, you hit play to go in, okay, it's a little weird too, but then it has different ways of like listening to things here. Let's go to the very top. It says last played, play all songs, play by artists, play by albums, play by genre, play by playlists, create playlists. So you can create your own playlist, okay? And to do that, you just hit enter here. I believe I showed this on the unboxing video, but here, I'll just hit enter here. And you can hear it's going to search all the songs. And then here you can create a playlist, okay? By selecting songs. We'll select GG, I guess. Let's see here. Second track, awesome song. Okay, and then you can create a playlist from that point, okay, just by adding songs to that, okay. I listen to things more by the genre than by playlists or anything else, but just know it is possible to create one, okay. And then there is down here, going down a little further, we do have play mode. Okay, that looks interesting. Let's try that. So we're gonna hit play mode. There's repeat. Okay, and then here under repeat, you can see there is shuffle, repeat one, repeat all, repeat off. Okay, let's try shuffle this for fun. This is that one question about doing shuffle. Let's see if it confirms. We're gonna hit that, and then it goes right to repeat, which is interesting. Okay, shuffle. You know, it doesn't really give any kind of indicator. Like sometimes the MP3 players will have a shuffle icon at the top of the screen, but I'm really not seeing any kind of shuffle icon. But, you know, just for giggles here, let's go back and we'll go ahead and play. So we're going to play here, and let's go ahead and do, I guess, now playing. That's interesting. Okay, and then we're going to hit the Vance. I only have a few songs on here. Went to Will the Power, from GG to Will the Power, to Rush, to Franz Ferdinand, to The Police, okay, to Test Music, to Will the Power, to Rush, to GG, to Franz Ferdinand, to The Police, Test Music, Will the Power, Rush, Franz Ferdinand, oh no, GG, Police, Franz Ferdinand, Test, Police. So Police first, Test Music, Franz Ferdinand, GG, Will the Power, Rush, one more time, Will the Power, Police. So it is shuffling. I think if I had more songs in this player, it would actually shuffle them a lot better. But I hope that answers your question. There is a icon like right there, and it will indeed shuffle them. Great question. I don't use this feature, but it does indeed work, so that's good. And then the other question was asking about, let's see here, does it sort songs by track or alphabetical order? That's a really good question. Let's go back here. We're going to go back, go into player. Let's go into play mode again. So we're going to use the scroll wheel, go down. We're going to hit enter, okay? And then looks like here's our options, repeat. I don't really want repeat particularly right now. Repeat off, we'll make repeat off. There we go. That should be off now, I hope. And then go back. This one opportunity for this player is it doesn't really do a whole lot of great confirms. Let's go ahead and do all songs. So, I mean, I guess you could either select it here to go by all songs or by artists or albums. But it looks like there isn't necessarily a track name option for sorting. All right, there's a question about using the FM radio. I have used the radio myself, and again, I do have to stress it's very important to have the headphones plugged in, as the headphones become the antenna for the FM radio. This particular viewer reports hiss in the FM radio. I think my FM radio sounds okay, you know, like here in Key West on the little island here, we don't have a whole lot of stations, but I wouldn't say it was really hissy, but it didn't sound as high quality as a high quality FLAC music file, you know, but that's the nature of FM radio to me. You're made different, but I thought it sounded okay for FM radio, you know, but again, I don't listen to FM radio particularly except for testing it to see if it works or not, which it does work, I think, good enough, you know. Going down here as far as other questions, looks like translate to English, is it superior to a smartphone? Okay, I would say for audio, it is superior to a smartphone, but again, it's not a smartphone, so it's not going to have every smartphone function. It's not necessarily considered like an Android device, so you can't play Pokemon Go on it. You can't download apps to it like calculator or something that, you know, or QR code reader or any kind of weird like app on the app store. But as far as just playing music, that's what it does, and it does somehow to me with the right music file. And of course, you know, good headphones and this player, you can get a nice HD music experience going. Now, there is more expensive players in the market for sure, you know, and of course, you know, there is more expensive headphones than the pack-in ones that come with it. But, you know, for the price, it's pretty darn good. I'd say it sounds awesome, actually. And I love the quality of this player, too. Just the whole overall aesthetic of it is nice and solid. The back is plastic, but the frame is metal, and it feels really good, like a good quality weight to it. And I really love this whole little wheel, like, locked into this corner. I almost wish the other side was open too, so you could like hang it from something and it would be right side up. You could hang it from a clip this way, but then it will be upside down, like on a backpack or something, you know. Okay, so in conclusion, the Capsu hi-fi music player is a great little player. For the price, it's really hard to beat it, actually. It sounds great. It's made great quality. It feels like a great quality, solid device. And in fact, it comes with cords, comes with pack-in earphones. It's pretty nice, you know, for a under $100, in many cases under $50 player. I would say you really can't go too wrong with this for like being a starter player or a beater player that you don't mind if you lose or something, you know. It will not sound as good as a, you know, $1,000 Sony player, you know, with all the extra high-end AI upscaling and everything else. But, you know, for a under $50 player, it sounds really good. I think it's a great place to start. And if you have high quality DSF files on here and maybe plug in some aftermarket Sony headphones or something more expensive than the included headphones, you're going to get an amazing experience. And if you're giving this as a gift to somebody, even if you're using the pack-in headphones, they sounded really good. I was really impressed for being like freebie pack-in headphones. That was a really nice touch, and the player itself is great quality, okay? If you guys have any further questions about this Capsu music player, let me know in the comments below or shoot me an email to tuxtoys@gmail.com. You guys know I'm here to help, okay? I will have a link for this device right below, so be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price, okay? And if you have a favorite music player you'd like me to review on this channel, also let me know, tuxtoys@gmail.com, or put a comment down below, all right? All right, friends, thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Click the link.